Hi guys, my name is Mary Reyes. I am the class for our summer 2025 kindergarten class. This week we will be learning different topics in our class, and we will be reading the story of Pete the cat. You see here Pete the cat. That's a story that we will be reading all week, okay? And every day we're going to be learning something different. For example, one day we're going to be learning our who, what, when, where, why. We will also be learning, for example, in our science, we will be having velocity. Art, we're having the color blue. Math, we will have certain numbers that we'll be learning on. And of course, every day, something daily. Okay, let's go ahead and start. After we have read the story of Pete the cat, and even before, show the students the cover. It's always good to show the students the cover of the book. Obviously, asking who do you think is going to be part of the story. In this case, we have Pete the cat. So we ask, who? Who are the characters from the story? In this case, we have had, of course, Pete the cat and friends. Okay? And then who plays baseball? Of course, we would tell them again, have the students answer, who plays baseball? Pete the cat by himself, or Pete the cat with friends? Of course, they will answer Pete the cat with friends. After the end of the story, you can always ask, who won the game? You'll see that at the end of the game, the winner was the Rocks. Okay, and then after that, you can ask the student them by themselves, who likes to play baseball in this class? Who likes to play other sports in this class? Involve other students to see maybe what they like to do, who likes to play things. They'll find out that they might have more things in common than they think. Okay, after we have read the story, we will go on to our letter of the day. After we continue with that, we will learn our letters of the day. After we have a letter of the day is going to be the letter B. And of course, you will show them that a ball starts with the letter B. We can see it here. Bat. And show them a photo of each item like that. They know what it is. Base. Baseball. Notice how this one has two letters, and we form the ball and the base to make one full letter. Now here's the trick, parents. Also make sure you ask the students, for example, what other words start with the letter B, or what words end with the letter B. For example, the word Bob. The word Bob has a capital letter because it's a name. It ends with the letter B. So these are things that you are going to be doing with your students. Another thing that we're going to be doing with our student is, after you teach them this, have them at home write the sight words, the words of the week: ball, bat, base, baseball. And if you want to add Bob 3 times a day, that helps them with their sight words, of course, how to spell. And the physical activity of the day is going to be, which is fun, all kids like this, they're going to pretend they have swords in their hands. They're going to use their hands as lightsabers, if you may, and they're going to do the capital B. B, the stick, go back, tummy, and tummy. Okay, again, now with the with the left, I'm sorry. This is gonna, of course, this is their physical activity, and then the small letter. Have them do this about 6 times. I'll get to that point and why 6 times, okay? So that's what we're gonna be doing Monday. Monday is who, characters of the story, who's part of the story, and the letter B, and our physical activity. Another thing that's really cool that I added onto this, and this is gonna be emailed to you parents, is, for example, if you check here, you will hear, I uploaded a song for each activity. For example, here you will see that the letter B song. Just let it play, okay? See, and this is exactly what the kids will be doing, a lightsaber with the body. Okay, perfect. So that's the activity of the day. Okay, and then we're gonna jump on. Then we're going, oh my goodness, I forgot to add this. I'm sorry, I forgot to add this earlier, but this was the teach for all of this. Okay, and now we're gonna move on to day 2. 2, which is who, and now it's what. Our day 2 is going to be, oh, what? What did the students play? Okay, we're gonna read the story again. I'm sorry, we're gonna read the story again in the morning. Start with our daily song. Every day we start with a daily song. I know I didn't mention that before. I'm messing up. I know I didn't mention this before, but every day we start with a daily song, which is going to be a greeting song. Okay, A Beautiful Day by Jack Hartman. I'm everywhere, pause it.
Go.
Okay, so after we read the story and have done the morning song of the day, we're gonna move on to now. Of course, we're gonna learn the what's of what items do they need, what the characters play. Of course, they're going to say baseball, and they needed a baseball, a mitt, their glove, a ball, and different items that they're gonna need. I'm sorry about that. I don't play baseball. Anyway, then we're gonna move on to math. In math, we are going to be counting forward and backward, with and without objects. In this case, our students are going to need either something like animal crackers. In this case, I don't have animal crackers, so I'm using pretzels. Okay, and the activity that I will be adding on to the link first is going to be this. This is a sheet of paper that is going to be in the link on your email or on your PowerPoint, and it's going to be, this is a 6. These are the examples that I already filled in for the students. They're tracing the number 6, counting to number 6s, counting from 1 to 6, forward and backwards. Okay, this is going to be linked onto your email and to your PowerPoint. Now, the activity that you are going to be doing at home with your student is fairly easy. You will have this sheet of paper. You will add the number that you want. In this case, this is what I chose. My student is going to add 2. So he or she will put 1, 2, 2 pretzels, and so forth. 1 pretzel. Okay? We're gonna have a certain amount of numbers, but they have to, it's just for them to learn. They will write this number and this, just so that they could be aware of how many the objects is and what the number looks like. Okay? And this is a good activity and math song and physical activity that I added onto this PowerPoint, and it's very easy. It has to do with both counting and movement. Okay, so in this case, the student will be doing exactly what Jack Hartman does, which is sitting while moving to their activity. They'll be counting as they do that. Okay. Now we move on to our next day, which is who, but now we do when. When in the story we rephrase it again, and after we have read it again,